Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
We're beginning to sound like a broken record as the number of active COVID-19 cases in Grand Forks County continues to rise. Today alone, 110 new cases were added. It accounts for nearly half of the entire state's count for the day.
On August 18th, Grand Forks County had just 6 new cases, which at that time was relatively low. On average, last week, the daily case count for Grand Forks County was 35. Valley News Team's Katie Opperly spent the day looking for the reason behind the surge and what's being done about it.
Grand Forks County now has the highest active case count in the state of North Dakota after reporting 110 new cases Tuesday.
We've been doing so much testing. We've looked, we've looked at student athletes, we've looked at flight students, we've looked at the Greek housing. So we really wanted to catch things early, and then this is an indication of that. We've caught these cases early on, and we've been able to get those close contacts.
The active case count in Grand Forks County now sits at 383. The mayor says this jump in cases was expected as more college students and a younger crowd returned to the city.
We've got a group of young people who have already been the group that has been spreading the virus at a larger degree, and now you put them all together, and a lot of them are in their first week of college, first time away from home, and I think it's hard to expect all the right decisions to have been made by them.
Of the 110 cases reported Tuesday alone, the University of North Dakota is reporting 51. UND officials tell Valley News Live they are closely monitoring their numbers and say wearing masks and social distancing will make the difference.
Yes, it's kind of scary, but if people aren't being proactive, then that changes everything for our school. And so if people are wearing masks and being smart about being in big groups, then I feel like we'll be fine. But if we're not, then we're going to be sent home.
Grand Forks Mayor Bochinsky says right now it's important for everyone to follow best practices and anyone who is sick to quarantine. They are not considering taking more drastic measures such as restricting area businesses yet, as cases for those most at risk, people over 60, and hospitalizations have not gone up. In Grand Forks, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
In addition to Grand Forks County having 383 active cases, Burleigh County, which includes Bismarck, has 377 active cases. Cass County sits at 166.
The newest numbers for COVID-19 point to 234 new cases and 1 new death in North Dakota. The death toll now sits at 138. The active case count is up to 1,681. The positivity rate is up at 7.37%. Meanwhile, Minnesota reports 414 confirmed cases of COVID-19, along with 8 new deaths linked to the illness. All total, over 1,700 deaths have been attributed to the disease. Over 63,000 people are listed as recovered. The first day of school is stressful for your kids and you as a parent under normal conditions, so handling it during a pandemic may cause some extra anxiety, and the state of North Dakota wants to help. It's created a new toolkit called Parenting During a Pandemic. It includes information on how to support your children during or going back to school in any format and if they've been impacted by COVID-19, along with some other topics. You can visit parentslead.org/COVID-19 to find the new resource.
Some parents in the Fargo School District would like to be getting more information on Virtual Academy. Families participating in this program say they've been left high and dry with no word on how it's going to work. We took your questions to school leaders and asked when kids will have a game plan and who will be teaching them.
For sure, they're going to hear from us at a district level about those expectations, like this is what the academy is. The majority, in fact, I would say over 90% for sure, are teachers that have been teaching in the district.
Teakin adds that more families are signing up every day. Elementary school teachers will be meeting one-on-one with students. Middle schoolers will have a virtual open house. Fargo Public Schools says the deadline for Virtual Academy is September 2nd.
The United States Postal Service says it will stop operational changes until after the 2020 election. But plenty of people are concerned the changes already made could jeopardize mail-in voting, including here in North Dakota. 3 of the busiest mail sorting machines in the state were scheduled for removal, but haven't been touched yet. Postal Service union leaders say they're essential for speedy delivery.
Takes the postal employee 3 to 4 hours of work to do what a machine can do in just a short amount of time.
Montana wasn't so lucky. Lawmakers there say they've lost sorting machines and 14 letter collection boxes throughout the state. USPS says those letter boxes will be reinstated. Postal Service leaders say this practice of reviewing and removing collection boxes actually began years ago.
The governor of Wisconsin has declared a state of emergency and is increasing the National Guard presence in Kenosha after a second night of protests over the police shooting of Jacob Blake became destructive. This as Blake's family gives new details of his injuries. Reporter Wendy Wolfark has the story.
Another smoldering city, this time Kenosha, Wisconsin, as protesters clash with police and each other.
I noticed a lot of damage. It doesn't reflect my son or my family. Mom, you have to get back!
29-year-old Jacob Blake was unarmed when he was shot in the back while struggling with police on Sunday, leaving him paralyzed from the waist down.
It is going to take a miracle for Jacob Blake Jr. to ever walk again.
Witness video posted online sparking outrage.
They shot my son 7 times. 7 times.
Police releasing few details other than saying officers were responding to a domestic incident that involved a shooting. And the Justice Department has confirmed to NBC News that it will assist in the state investigation. Residents scared for the safety of their homes and livelihoods.
This is pathetic. This is pathetic to happen in our country.
A situation leaving an entire nation looking for change. Wendy Wolfolk, NBC News.
The 3 police officers involved in Blake's shooting have been placed on administrative leave.
Day 2 of the Republican National Convention wrapped up today with President Donald Trump's family taking center stage. First Lady Melania Trump just wrapped up her comments a short time ago saying that her husband is fighting for the betterment of all Americans. She added that we still have so much to learn from one another and called on people to stop the violence and looting in the name of justice. The president's son and daughter also took the stage tonight, urging voters to make their own judgment and vote on results and not rhetoric.